So here I got done sandblasting a lot of parts. All these pieces you see, with the exception of the tiller and the gear case, took me about maybe an hour and 10 minutes. I had to clean the machine a few times too, so that slowed me down. But I got that all blasted. I quickly cleaned the grip with some Brillo just to get all the dirt off it. Looks 100% better already. Dirt is just makes everything look so much worse than it really is. It's just one of those things. But here I'm getting ready to prime everything. I'm not going to show you me priming everything because you've seen me do it before. But once I get all the pieces primed, I'll show it to you. Primed. Next is going to paint. And I think that's it. The priming. Oh, I still got to sandblast the tiller handle. The tiller handle has to be blasted. But anyway, to the next clip. Here I'm doing some painting. You see me paint many times in my other videos. Again, this is the paint I'm using. Vintage Outboard paint. 1957 Holiday Bronze. Now, this can is almost empty, so I'm going to use it up. Much as I can. I'm going to let that set up. Again, I'm just trying to get most I can out of this can, so I'm not really too concerned about my spray patterns here. That's it, empty. So let me get the other can. Here I did some pieces yesterday. Came out really nice. I still got to put clear on there. This piece here, I sprayed it and I did clear it. Looks pretty nice. Sometimes the paint comes out like matte finish. Pretty much it dries just like this. And I've had other times where it dries glossy. And the enamel shouldn't get affected by humidity, but maybe it does. But let me just continue painting this, and we'll take it from there. It's kind of funny. I got outboard parts hanging up everywhere from ropes and strings. It's pretty funny. Looking good. Let it tack up. Stuff dries really fast. It's a beautiful day. It's like 73 degrees. There's no humidity. There was rain earlier and all day yesterday. One more coat on this mountain cover. Now, if you want any kind of gloss with this paint from vintage, you have to go really close. So, gotta be careful. Again, it'll dry just like a matte finish in most cases. So now I'm going to switch and show you another job I have to do on this motor. So here I picked this gear case out of my parts. It's got a huge chunk missing out of the cavitation plate, unfortunately. But I bought these last year. I haven't used them yet. 1/8 aluminum stick weld electrodes, rods. So it says use about 30 amps, aluminum 4043, 70 to 120 amps. So I'm going to mess around with that and try it. I got some 1/8 plate here, which is pretty much the same. Now I can fix this another way. There's a way to bevel it and use aluminum plate and JB weld, but I'm gonna try the welding. I got myself my brand new machine here, which I hardly use. I use it a couple times on the 55. It's one of those 3-way inverter welders, 270 amps. So it should do the job. We'll try it. It doesn't hurt. And if I just get no success with it, I will just grab another low unit and have this repaired at a later time. I like to use this low unit and get rid of it. So I'm a stickler for that too. A lot of things that are broke. In fact, I'll show you something I did. So this particular bell mount I found in my pile too. Right here I had damage. It was caved in about 3/4 of an inch. So I heated it up with a torch because it's very brittle. You got to get it really hot. Whenever you get a really significant bend or dent, you have to heat it really hot, bend it back, and then I use a little Marine Tex and painted it. Again, I like to use junk parts that, I can just grab another one. I just could have grabbed another one. I have one right here, which I actually sandblasted too when I did all the other sandblasting. But it's perfect. But I'm using the one that I repaired. And that's just my way of doing things. I don't always take the easy way out, although there are times I will. But when I'm ambitious, these little things, I'll just fix them. It's fun. It's part of the repair process and bringing something that's junk back to life. And I really enjoy it. But I'm going to try welding this cavitation plate. And we'll see what happens. If that don't work, maybe I'll show you the other way I do it on video. We'll see. I'll get the welding. I'll clean it all up, degrease it and everything, prep it all up, cut it nice, cut the patch out nice and neat, and bevel the edges, clamp it in there, and weld it and see how it comes out. It doesn't have to be beautiful, but it just has to have penetration and be able to grind it flush and make it look presentable. Okay, so we'll see what happens with that. Sand the midsection. I know I should have done it before I put the power on, but I never work in the right direction in many situations. So I'm going to, a little cheap Bauer Harbor Freight. It's a nice little sand. It's small, gets in all the little areas. Again, I could have sandblasted it. Probably took me a half hour with the sandblaster, but I'm going to do it this way. So when I get it all sanded, I'll show it to you. So 20 minutes later, I got it all sanded. I use denatured alcohol after I sand it. And in the areas a little hard to get, I use the medium Scotch-Brite. And there was no primer on this midsection from the factory. Just like the lower pans, they didn't use any primer on the blocks. And amazingly enough, some motors, I see some motors, 60, 70 years old, and the paint's still good on them. It's amazing. But that has to do with the lack of use, too, I'm sure. They sit for decades, and they're not being used in garages, sheds, whatever. But now I'm going to get ready to prime it. This is my table, donated by the curb, along with my snowblower. So I'm going to cover this table up with an old piece of rug I have, and I'm going to prime it, and then I'll show it to you. Well, here I'm going to start priming it. Just put some protectors on the threads. I used to tape up the black rubber parts or take the mounts off, but this is good for this situation. And I'll flip it over to the other side, and we'll take it from there. Well, here I got it all primed. Total time about 30, 35 minutes to do all that. Sandblasting would have been a better job, but probably maybe a little longer. I don't know. But I'm happy the way it came out. Again, there was no primer on the midsection from the factory. Also, I did try aluminum welding yesterday with my machine, and with the sticks was no good. Could not get it to enough juice to strike an arc with the aluminum sticks. So I'll probably go with another gear case. That's my best bet. Or I might try, in my next video, I might show you how I can fix it just by beveling it and using a plate and using JB Weld. That's another whole thing. But this is about all I'm going to do in this particular video, and I hope you enjoyed seeing my progress on my old 18 here. And I appreciate you watching. Subscribe if you like, and hit the like button, and thanks for watching. Till the next one. Adios. G&P Old Marine Shop strikes again. Take care.